Check, 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 check. Fuck. Check, check, check. All right. Can you hear my voice? Let me know if you can hear my voice. And you can hear me. Okay. All right, then. All right. Jen Matt. I'm just going to fist pump the whole show. I'm just going to fist pump the whole show. It hurts. It hurts, mama. Five and 0 gang. Let's go. 49ers to be clear. Yeah, because there's another 5 and 0 out there. All right, show's over. That's it. I'm winded. What? Haven't even started being funny yet.
I love it when you do shit like that. You're so funny.
Whew. Good Lord.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm pretty funny.
You're
Thank
hilarious.
you. Thank you. Thank you. No, really. No. Yeah, thank you. Come on. Okay, yes. That's what the hell I'm talking about. Yes. Okay, sounds fake now. All right. Added this. Let's see if I can do it. Let's see. I don't know. You can't hear that, but you'll hear it later.
I can't hear it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Trust me.
All right.
You don't even know. Let's see.
Oh, the goat. Are you gonna start dancing?
Nah.
Oh.
Who's in here? Is that Geek Illuminati? The goat is in the building. Uh-oh. Whammy! Here's a beer. Give you a beer. This is when G walked into the room right here. Yeah.
People know me.
I'm very happy for you.
I'm very important. I have many leather-bound books.
Yeah. G Illuminati 5-0. How many leagues are you 5-0 in now, man? It's pretty sad. In the one that matters to this channel, the league here, we got Nick Magnuson. I'm sorry, I fucked that all up. I'm sorry. His name is Nick Magnuson. 3-2. Jen Matt right up there with him, tied for first place, 3-2. New foe with the crown, 2-3. It's okay. Cassie 1-4, and Caesar C 1-4 as well. Off to a bad start this season. It's been a rough season. You know what? It's been a rough season.
Things aren't playing out how we
No,
expected.
no.
Yeah.
Joe, we start Joe Burrow 4 weeks. And finally bench Burrow. And what does he do?
24 points.
3 touchdowns? Yeah, great. Perfect. Yeah, man. Yeah. On the other side, those are the traders versus haters. Westside G at the top. 5-0.
Wow.
5-0. Like,
Wow.
it's everybody against him now,
Wow.
5-0, Pete Ramirez, my best friend, worst enemy, 3-2. Dr. GTI, 3-2. Papa Kaepernicks, myself, 2-3. And I'm joined with, I'm on my way to winning sooner or later, Stephen Ford, 2-3 as well. Tough league this year, man. I thought I was just going to coast into an easy championship. Shows you, man. Yeah. I got hit. That's me. Hold on. Let me say something. It's been rough. It's a rough season for everybody. And now, so first of all, if you don't have a player who's on the Dolphins, you're probably not winning any games. Who knew that all the players in fantasy this year were all going to be from one team? And then they pop off. It's kind of like the automotive worker strikes. You never know what plant is going to get hit. One day it's going to be Waddle, one day it's going to be Mostert, one day it's going to be a chain. This other guy's getting off the IR. He's going to join in the fun, I'm sure. And then one day it's going to be Tua Tagovailoa. By the way, where's the N? They keep saying Tua Tagovailoa, and they're putting a heavy N in there. I don't see an N. Yeah. I don't know if that's a thing. Like, I don't know if that's a cultural thing. Like, it's a silent N or an invisible N. I don't. Huh?
Has he corrected anybody?
No, but I feel like I don't feel like we know Islanders.
Yeah.
I've never seen an invisible N where it's just like Tagovailoa. I think people are saying it wrong, and he's just kind of like, whatever. They're not gonna get it right anyway. Fucking goddamn honkies.
Well, who was that one player? Is it Ochan? That they were pronouncing his name wrong.
A-Chain.
They were calling him A-Chain.
Yeah, they were A-Chain. He was like, by the way, my friend, it is Achan.
Yeah.
And they're like, whatever. It's got an E at the end. A-Chain. Yeah. Come on. It rhymes with train, A-Train. Come on, man. Actually, it is a very important name in my family. I'm sorry. I shouldn't. I don't even know if he talks like that.
Is he?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh. I figured he was like African. Like, I'm happy to be here,
Oh, okay. I hear that.
But even then, like, I shouldn't assume that he talks like that. He probably just like, the fuck you talking about, bro? I don't talk like that at all. It's a Chan. I'm sure I would not be happy if people were like, oh yeah, he's Native American. He's like, I do many podcasts. Behind me is river, flows salmon upstream, plentiful. We don't all talk like that. That's fucked up.
You're doing so well.
Do you see that Tyreek Hill got fined for not wearing socks? I think he's trying to jumpstart his corn career. Why would they fine him for not wearing socks? That's weird. If he's gonna wear socks, I want him to wear like some lead socks. You know, something like heavy, weigh him down. You know, like some compression socks, like a pair of those copper socks, and a pair of like silver socks, and a pair of copper socks.
Maybe socks slow him down.
I don't know. Yeah, I know. Obviously, he's like, I don't need them socks. Fucking slow me down. I'm the cheetah. You ever seen a cheetah wearing socks? No. Just spots, homie. CCC said, I'm coming back, not worried. You need to bump the volume a bit on the sound effects. All right. All right, let's see.
I love scotch.
That one come in?
I love scotch. Scotch is scotch, scotch.
I can hear it in my headphones.
Down into my belly.
I'll pump them up all the way. I don't give a fuck. I'll pump them up as loud as me. Let's see.
That's how I roll.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
You hear that? I can't tell because I don't have the equalizer anymore. It fucked me out of my equalizer. I swear to God, as soon as I hit the begin to stream button, something happens. Something happens in my computer where it's like, all right, we're going to fucking give them one thing. Like one thing to fucking fuck with them. Keep me on my toes. And so every time I stream, there's one thing that goes wrong that I have to deal with at the last minute. And maybe that's what it takes to be a broadcaster. You know, you have to be able to deal with the, you know, stick and move. Huh? I can't hear what you guys are hearing. So, let's see there you go. Can you hear the beer? Let me know if you can hear the beer. I'll do a sound effect and you tell me what it is. All right. I'm going to do this sound effect. You tell me where it's from. If you can't hear it, that means you can't hear it.
Which team do you play for?
Well, I'm a peach.
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead.
If you heard that and you can tell me what movie that's from, that'll help me out because then I know you can hear me. Maybe you're like, I can hear the clip, but I don't know what fucking movie that's from, bro. You fucking picked the most random movie. Yeah, so shout out to G-Ku Illuminati who's killing it in the fantasy football. There's just... What was that? There's nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do. Still too low? God damn it. All right. Let's say it again. All right, let's see. Can you, let's see if Pete can hear this one. All right, what's this from? It's too low?
Are you crying?
No.
It is too low. I can't hear it.
Why are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
Yeah, it's too...
I look good.
All right,
I mean, really good.
can you hear that one?
Hey, everyone! Come and see how good I look!
Right there?
Gene Tennis at the plate.
I have a separate audio control for them, so I can turn up the volume here. Oh, look at their own. Oh, okay, you can hear it. All right. I was just 10 points away from taking G down in fantasy week. Yeah, he is good. He is good. I thought I had a good team. When I came out, they ranked my team as being the number one team, the one that's most likely to win the championships, most likely to succeed, most likely to have his own podcast. And then I played G in my team for the first time. It was ranked number one all year, and then all of a sudden it was ranked number two. He came along, and now he's ranked number one. Took my spot. Yeah, it seemed like when I played him, my team, which was so dominant, couldn't do anything right. And his team did everything right. And it drives me crazy when people have these teams put together with players who I didn't think about, I didn't believe in, and all of a sudden they put together the perfect lineup. The guy from the Chicago Bears wide receiver, Moore or whatever. Is that the guy? Who would have thought that? Nobody was thinking that guy was going to be the elite wide receiver. Everybody put their money into Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. How are those guys doing? Not that good. It's just crazy. It's one of those years where Justin Jefferson is out for a few weeks. Let's see how his team does now. It's so funny because, like, we put our stock into these people. Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, me, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. All these players who were like the cream of the crop, and they're not doing anything this year. Saquon Barkley, injured. I mean, there's a few and far between. Nick Chubb, injured. That's why I say every year, like, it really doesn't matter that first group of players because so many of them are going to get injured that it's just kind of about who you pick up during the year and your team management, your waiver wire management is really going to get you, like whoever's going to pick up Kendrick Osborne this week or Addison, is going to have the next Jamar Chase for the next few weeks. That's going to be a good move. That's going to be a decent move. I lost this week, so I'm probably going to be have a better chance at getting those players. But it's fine. I could always trade them back to you for something that I want. It's all about me. It's all about what I get in the deal. G has never dominated the legumes like this before. Yeah, he's dominated the legume hardcore. He's on something different this year. Yeah. I tried to trade him for Jefferson. Yeah, you almost fucked up and made 2 blockbuster trades for the 2 players who got injured this week, or almost. Me and Pete made a deal for Stephon Diggs and Travis Kelce. He gets Kelce, I get Diggs, and it turned out. So far, it's turning out well in my favor. Yeah. But anybody else got a tight end out there like a Mark Andrews? I got a quarterback for you named Jalen Hurts. Anybody out there want a quarterback named Jalen Hurts? I know you want him. I didn't know.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Really?
People know me.
Well, I'm very happy for you.
I'm very important. I have many leather-bound books.
Let's see. I haven't managed my waiver wire at all. Almost got him last night. Fantasy gods are on G's side. Oh my God. I mean, he's just dominating. And it's not like a thing where you could say, oh, one injury and he's done. He has a surplus of players on his bench that I've tried to get through trades, and he's not giving them up. And he has no reason to trade anybody at this point. He has no reason to make any moves. He just has to sit back and let his team go on autopilot. And I don't know. It kind of looks like he is a pretty easy. He has an easy path to the championships, or at least the offs. It's what we call the playoffs, because it's too hard to say playoffs, so you shorten it to offs. It's actually much harder to say offs just by itself than to say playoffs.
You have to.
It's different part.
You have to enunciate.
Yeah. You have to stop and say offs. Yeah.
Whereas
playoffs and just go.
Your
Yeah.
mouth is already open. So
Yeah.
It just flows from the wide.
That's why when I started saying it, I was like, yeah, offs. That's what we call the playoffs. I was like, that's so stupid because it's so much harder to say offs than playoffs.
PO.
Yeah.
PO, man.
The POs, yeah.
POs.
Yeah, POs, bruh.
Yeah.
Goddard, anybody? Nobody wants your Goddard, Pete. Nobody wants your fucking trash-ass trades. Goddard. Just fucking... If people are talking tight ends, they're talking Mark Andrews or Travis Kelce. Maybe Tyler Hawkinson. But nobody cares about Goddard. I can't even spell my name. Goddard. Joe Dirt. Let's call him Joe Dirt. I need a running back again. My sneaky 8 Achan pickup. Achan is injured. Gen Matt, I still have Pacheco. Hey, Pacheco. I still got Pacheco. All right. If you see me, if I have Pacheco in a league, he's on the trading block. You want Pacheco, you can get him from me. I don't want him. I don't need him. I don't want Pacheco. I have too many Chiefs. Too many Chiefs. Fine, I'll trade Kelsey. You're gonna trade Kelsey? You just got Kelsey. Now you're gonna trade Kelsey already? Fuck. I'll take him back. I'll take him right back. I'll take him right back, man. Lower price. He's used. He's already got mileage. Christian McCaffrey, Brock Purdy. Christian McCaffrey, Offensive Player of the Year. Brock Purdy, MVP. Screenshot it. I'll screenshot it. I'll screenshot that. I believe. All right, we're screenshotting. There we go. I'm screenshotting that. There we go. I'll support that.
Hey, have you asked G how his league's doing where he had to pick a defensive player?
His what?
The league that he has to pick the defensive player.
Hey, G, what's how you doing in that league where you have to pick a defensive player? The world is wondering.
Hit it! Gene Tennis at the plate.
G's in like 13 leagues.
Yeah.
That's what nobody knows. G's in like 13 different leagues. And he still can find time to destroy every one of us in these leagues. Can we get an Ethereum Max report? Oh my God. I don't even think I have that app on my phone. I put my Ethereum Max in a time capsule. And then hopefully somebody will open it up 30 years later and thank me.
I love scotch. I love scotch. Scotch has got scotch. Here it goes down into my belly.
Laporta? Yeah, Laporta. It's funny. G will tell me about players that he wants. Like he's being giving. He's like, hey, you should pick up this guy Laporta. And me, as soon as my cousin tells me to make a move, it immediately is a move that I will never make. So in a way, it's almost like he has his move where he could be like, hey, you should pick up Laporta. And because he says that, I'm not going to do it, opening the window for him to pick it up. And then later on, when that player dominates, he could say, I told you to pick him up. And it's like, yeah, you told me to pick him up, but you know I'm not going to pick him up if you tell me to pick him up. You would never pick up a player I told you to pick up.
Have you always been like that with him?
Yeah, it's fantasy. You can't, or like.
No, I mean outside fantasy. Have you always been like that? Like, is when you.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Just fantasy?
Yeah, just fantasy.
Okay.
Yeah. Me and him, we always wanted the same toy. We always wanted the same toy. We always want to sit in the front seat. We always wanted, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were competitive like that. It wasn't like, you like Luke Skywalker, I don't like Luke Skywalker. No, it's like, no, we're both Luke Skywalker now, you know?
Okay.
But like, we have, in fantasy, if he picks up a player and then drops that player, there's a stigma to me. I can't pick up that player now. Oh. Even if that player could help out my team, it's G's garbage.
Wow.
And at the end of the day, I could go to the championship and win, and he could always be able to say, "Oh yeah, but you got there with my garbage," you know.
Wow.
And vice versa. I know that like if I drop the play, yeah, it runs deep. if I drop a player, I know they are not looking to pick up that player right away because it's my garbage. And they're going to be like, well, he dropped him for a reason. Like, I can't just be seen picking up this player right after he drops him. You know, that like makes my team look inferior, that I would want your discarded players. And so a lot of times I will purposely not pick up a player that my other friends have picked up and dropped only because of that reason. And sometimes it's came back to bite me in the ass because I was fucking being hard-headed and not doing the right, doing right by my team. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow, that's funny.
Yeah. Westside, ask Britt this. Are you today's date? Because you're a 10 out of 10. Nice. Nice. I like that. It's very good. That's a good one. No, it's better. It's better. Come on. It's a good one.
Thanks, Jen Matt.
Thanks, Jen Matt. Mine is $2.42. At one time, it was around $450 worth. The reason still early first place curse is real. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that I'm kind of worried is like have the 49ers and the Westside G's peaked too early. You know? I'm a little worried. Has my team and my cousin's team peaked too early in the season and not given room for growth? Or are we going to see just a monstrous season by the San Francisco 49ers and maybe my cousin's team?
Well, I feel that the Niners would have gone and made it to the Super Bowl if Purdy didn't get hurt.
For sure.
So I have no doubt they're going to make it again this year.
Josh dropped Cooper Kupp the week before he came back. Yeah, that was, I mean, so stupid. So stupid. I gave him trades. I sent him trade requests for Cooper Kupp. He holds him 4 weeks and then drops him on the last week and gives it and makes another team good. I mean, there's sometimes the moves that are being made, it's like, dude, what are you doing? You can hear the sound effects? Okay, good. I'm glad. Because yeah, the only thing we need to worry about is the Eagles. Yeah. That's my Eagle sound effect.
Sounded like the guy on the game show.
Oh my God. That guy was crazy.
He was awful.
They said do a monkey. It was on a
Deal or no deal.
Deal or no
Oh,
deal. Let's make a deal. And he goes, okay, if you do a sound effect and get your partner to guess what the animal is, and you could win the showcase showdown or whatever the fuck they do, right? So he hands him a card, says monkey on it. The guy goes like this. And the other girl's like, oh, rooster. And he's like, no, a monkey.
How could you not guess that? That was a monkey.
And I'm sitting here and like Brittany knows, like I walk around the house all day. I'm like, like I do that all
the time.
All day.
All the time.
And I fucking like lose my shit. And I just go monkey and fucking all over this place.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. And he didn't get it. I was like, whatever. Okay, maybe the pressure got to him and not everybody knows how to do a monkey impression. The next fucking one they pick, it's a fucking dolphin. It's a dolphin. And I'm sitting here going crazy. I'm like, oh my God, dude, you better do the fucking dolphin. You know what he does? He does the same fucking sound effect. He does the same fucking sound effect. He goes, now the lady's like, I don't fucking know what that is. A monkey? I don't know. He's like, no, fucking dolphin. She's like, okay, my turn. My turn. Now she's going to do the sound effect. This is their last chance. Now she's going to do the sound effect. This guy's going to guess. They hand her a card. Elephant. What does she do? Like, she doesn't know what to do. She does the exact same thing. She's like, what was it? Oh, she did a horse. It was like, she goes, and I was like, and first of all, the guy's not looking at her. The guy's back to her, and she's doing the elephant trunk. She's like, "Roo, roo." I'm like, lady, he can't see the trunk. He can't see your trunk movement. You have to make it a visual, you know? How would you do an elephant? Okay, yeah, see, that's okay.
But I feel that I do it better with my arm.
Yeah, well, I think if you're gonna do an impression, you gotta, you have to, like when people do impressions, their face becomes the person. When I do Tony Montana, I put my mouth like that. I laugh, okay? The fuck? Hey, what the fuck is that guy fucking thinking, man? Okay? I tell that fucking guy a long time ago, okay? I told him, okay? You cannot substitute baking soda for baking powder, okay? I tell you. You sit here, you telling me how to make a beignet? And you can't even tell the baking soda from the baking powder, okay? Damn, get the guy fuck out of here, okay? You have to do the face. So yeah, if you're gonna do an elephant, you gotta do the trunk, you know?
Oh, you did.
Right there. Like they'd be unmistakable, you know? Kill it, you know? Fucking dolphin, you know? Fucking monkey. God damn it.
You know what the funniest thing is when I'm not expecting it and you go full monkey in like gorilla mode and you like throw your hands down in front of you.
And like
That, oh my god, that is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And you do it at the most like random times. It's just hilarious.
Yeah,
You're
you gotta
so
commit.
funny.
You gotta
You are
commit.
so funny.
It's all about committing. You gotta commit to the joke and like go through the joke, never ask permission to tell the joke, and you go and do it, and then that's when you become great, you know?
Yeah.
Because when we're in public and no one's looking at me, but I have your attention and I could just do something fucking wild and no one notices, but you lose your shit, and then all of a sudden everybody's around us is all of a sudden is like, why is that lady fucking losing her shit? And I could just sit there and be like, yeah. To me, that's like that's what I live for, you know? And so I love I love fully committing to a joke 100% out of nowhere.
I feel that you commit like 150% because there's a lot of times that well, not a lot of times, but there's moments that your joke like the whole concept of it's funny or something, but like I won't get your punchline, but your mannerisms and the whole delivery of the joke is so fucking funny. You're so funny.
I try.
God, you're so funny. That's what I told my doctor today. I was like, he's the funniest man ever.
Yeah, I try. Well, plus, you're a good audience. You laugh. You're willing. You laugh willingly.
Yeah.
And you are also a person who I know that like, laughter is part of your like your therapy. Like it's good for us and you to be laughing as much as possible.
Yeah.
So the more I could pack in there, and you never are like, you've never once been like, don't joke around with me right now. You've never said like, this is not a time for playing around. Even when we're like the most stressed out, and I'll try to like crowbar a joke in there, and I'm like, and you're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. No, you're very funny. You're so funny.
Hey, can you do me a favor while you're up?
Always.
Yeah. Hey, Eagles. Yeah, you know what? I will say this about the Eagles: they're a good, strong team. They grind the games out. But I don't know, something about the way the Niners are playing. There has not, except for the Arizona Cardinals game, I haven't seen a sense of urgency from the Niners yet. Except for the Cardinals game was the only time where I saw the Niners say like, yo, what the fuck are we doing, dude? What are we doing? Get this shit together. That's the only time I've seen the Niners have a sense of urgency. I believe that I've seen the Eagles have that sense of urgency every single one of their games. Every single one of the Eagles games, I've seen them have a sense of urgency like, if we don't tighten up, this shit's going to get away from us. And I feel that the Niners have only had that one time this year against the Cardinals. And they just kind of knew, like, they had that team under control. They just took them easy. And so that the one thing I'll say about the Eagles is we've made it look a little bit more easier than the Eagles. I'll give the Eagles this. They're going to get a fucking first down. They're going to get a first down. If they're 2 yards away, if they're 3-2, just consider them having a 1st and 10 at some point. If they're 3-2, 3-3, they're going to get a first down. And that's the one tough thing about that team. And I don't think it's any different than any other team. They commit to that play, and a lot of teams wouldn't. I don't think you would ever see the Niners commit to 2 quarterback sneaks back to back, starting at 3-2, and then 3-2, and then 4th and 1, and then doing another quarterback sneak. I don't think you would see the Niners commit to that. But the Eagles, they'll just commit to something like that, and that makes them dangerous because they're gonna just drive, and plot and prod and just wear you down going down the field. But the Niners, they might not do that. The Niners might take 3 or 4 plays, get a touchdown, and then get an interception right on the next drive, and really put your defense, against the wall. So I don't know. Tiger Woods shit. The Eagle. Perfectly executed elephant sound, right? Okay, all of these animal noises I'm giving you guys, I'm telling you, if we were blindfolded and you had to win money by me doing an animal sound, that's a dolphin. That's an elephant. You know what I'm saying? Like, for that's a monkey. When the fucking money is on the line, when it matters. I'm doing a fucking monkey sound, man. I'm doing a fucking monkey sound. Nah, man, come on. Yeah. Come on. Nah, come on. Thank you. Fuck, man. Fucking, I work hard at that shit, man. Whew.
I love scotch. I love scotch. Scotch, scotch, scotch. Here it goes down into my belly.
Give the other Kelsey some credit. Hey, wait until next year when that fool retires. I don't know what they're going to be doing. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is Tuesday, October 10th, 2023. The date is 10/10/23. I don't know why, but that just seems like a hell of October-y, Halloween-y date. I don't know. It just seems creepy, right? 10/10/23. I'm ready. We've been trying to watch scary movies. My girlfriend, she don't like scary movies. I try to gauge where she's at with the scary movies. This is a thing that a lot of guys fuck up. A lot of guys, they just go straight into they pick the scariest movie that they know, and then they get their girlfriend and they put the scariest movie that they can on to try to just scare the shit out of their girl. I'm not trying to do that. I put the least scary movie that I could on to find out where my girlfriend's temperance level is, to see if she was going to be like, this is stupid, I can't handle this, or if at the least scary movie, she was still digging into my arm and freaking out, and she's, guys, I hate to ruin your impression of her, but she's pregnant. All right, she's not a virgin. All right, she's pregnant with my child. And so she sometimes was like, freaking out. And I was like, oh, God, man, this can't be good for the fucking baby, man. Jesus Christ. It's like a little car accident every time. So I was like, okay, we can't handle, if my girlfriend can't handle Happy Death Day to You, which is the sequel to Happy Death Day. And if you guys know, it's like the funniest scary movie of all time. It's like the funniest scary movie. It's like it's not a scary movie. It's like underneath Scream in terms of scary. It's like there's a couple jolty parts, but for the most part, it's just kind of like a tongue in cheek. It makes fun of itself. And she could not handle this. And then I started really kind of like concentrating on like what does freak her out. And then I started noting like every show we watch, she's freaking out. And I was like, oh my God, yeah. You get tense if we're watching like cartoons, you know? You're like, oh shit, no.
That's why, honestly, I think that's why I tend to steer more towards documentaries, because they're like the safest thing. So I don't.
But they're not, because like documentaries are fucked up. Like the Civil War documentary, it's just like the nurse is like, and I spent all day in the tent cutting off soldiers' legs and limbs as far as I can see. As when I went home that night, my white uniform was completely drenched in blood. Mary Chestnut, 1846. And then it'll show like still, right? It'll show like a still photo of like an apple basket overflowing with ankles and feet and like big toes and shit. And it's just like, and I'm like, this is the most brutal shit on earth. This is like way worse than the human centipede, because at some point in time you could be like, oh yeah, that's fake. You could see that's fake. This is the humans, and it's the human centipede. Like nobody does this. It's fake. It's all fake. But like when you're watching a World War II documentary, you're like, that apple basket, like that 100% is a human ankle in that basket. That's not an apple. It looks like an apple because it's the shape of an apple, but like when you look closer, it's a human ankle. Or maybe it's a hog maw.
Yeah, but like those documentaries aren't
Pick a pig's feet.
They're not suspenseful, because I already know what happened.
That's what it is.
I think that's what it is.
They don't say like, and John Wilkes Booth went up to the top of the. Let's see. I think I got the music right here.
Okay, do it.
And John Wilkes Booth walked up to the top. Second story of the Ford Theater. Looked through the curtain, and there it was. The back of the president's dandruffy head. Top hat aligned. Lining up to shoot. And yeah. And then bang! And then you'd be like, ah! I'm like, babe, you knew the shot was coming. You knew the shot was coming. It's literally written in history that the shot was coming. Like, but it's the music. It's the swelling tones. It's the cinematic vibe.
Like we were watching a movie and I asked why we couldn't do it without the sound effect.
Right, but that's what it is. That's what freaks people out. So like, one of the scariest movies of all time is known as The Exorcist. Something that The Exorcist did that they hadn't done before in movies was they played with sounds, and so there's points in The Exorcist where it's quiet, and they're walking through, but really there's a buzzing in the background. That's a silence, a hum. They took the sounds of bees, flies, hornets, and wasps,
Oh my god.
recorded them together,
Oh my
and created
God.
a white noise of these bzzz.
Oh.
And so audiences in these quiet parts
Oh.
were sitting there, and like people were like getting sick to their stomachs. They were racing out of the theater. They didn't know why they were overcome with fear, but it was at such a subliminal level because we are trained to be afraid of hornet and buzzings and bees and things like that. They manipulated a lot of the things to make ghosts appear where ghosts weren't, and so people thought they were seeing things, but really it was a manipulation by the director.
So it was a very smart movie.
in terms of direction, it was one of the smartest movies ever made, and still known as one of the scariest movies ever made. I can't even think of his name right now. Fucking A. William Friedkin.
Okay.
William Friedkin. I should actually give a little shout out right here. Shout out to William Friedkin, director of The Exorcist, director of The French Connection, To Live and Die in L.A. William Friedkin was an amazing director, producer, director, writer, and brought to cinema some of the greatest films known to man, especially when you're talking about The Exorcist and The French Connection, two movies on the AFI's 100 best films of all time. Pretty much known as one of the greatest directors of all time. So shout out to William Friedkin, who passed away this year. And he's a Hollywood legend. Also, yeah, my boy Jack's father. So shout out to the great William Friedkin. A couple months late, but shout out. But yeah, The Exorcist was an extremely scary movie at the time, and it drove audiences nuts. Literally landing people in the audiences in the hospital because they were throwing up, passing out, and just like they were losing their minds because of all these tricks that the fucking great William Friedkin added to the movie. Have you ever seen The Exorcist? Nah. So like, I would never let you watch that movie.
Just hearing you talk about this,
I would never. There's a few scary movies where I would like to push you into,
Yeah.
but there's a few that I would say are off limits.
yeah.
The Exorcist, The Omen, right off the top, two of the scariest movies I've ever seen, and so I know if it frightens me, to this day, The Exorcist and The Omen frighten me
Still?
to this day. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, The Exorcist because of those tricks, and there's certain scenes that really trigger when she goes down the stairs backwards and her neck is she throws up a lot. There's a lot of good versus evil kind of subliminal battle. So Satan and the sounds, and it's a tough film to watch. It puts you through a lot, you know.
Feel a lot of emotion.
Oh yeah, it goes there, and it pulls no punches in terms of like trying to tell the story of what a possession would be like, you know. The Omen is just like super creepy because of the hoo ha Damien, hoo ha Damien. It's like very like evil and chanting and cult like and just like there's like people committing suicide and dog attacks and like an evil Satan spawn boy who has no fucking emotions, and it's like all the things, scary kids, possessions, dog attacks, birds, bugs. It has it all. Like, it's scary. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one, I can barely get through that.
I watched 5 minutes of it. Like,
It's scary.
The first scene, I just remember it being on. I couldn't handle it.
The problem with that movie is it's really low budget, and your mind, at least for me, my as smart as I am, I can't tell my brain that it's fake.
No shit.
Because my brain sees my brain sees this low quality footage, these cheap special effects, but the special effects are like basically, you know, they'll do something like take a side of pork, fill it with blood, and then chainsaw it, and so it looks like it's really it looks like it's really happening. You know, it's not like CGI shit or like something that was it was just like these low budget special effects, but they look even worse because it's like there's shit flying around. There's blood and gristle and the masks. You know, the Leatherface mask. There's no emotion. It's dirty and it takes place in the middle of nowhere before cell phones, and you're like, yeah, this shit could totally fucking happen. Probably did happen. You know, there's probably tons of stories of like people going crazy on this earth before cell phones and video cameras, where fucking you had to run through fucking a cornfield to, you know, get to the next phone. You know, so that makes me scared. And the Michael Myers movies with the Halloween mask is something about the callousness of his face and the unemotional kind of guy just walking after you, never running, never hurrying, just knowing that he's just going to constantly keep coming, scared me more than Friday the 13th, you know, Jason, Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger. So, yeah, those movies right there, that 4 or 5 block of movies, I would never put you through that. But there's some other horror movies that I think are very, like, fun, funny, thought-provoking, and it just so happens that people die in gross ways in them, you know?
Well, like I told you, you know, however long ago, I feel a lot braver.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so...
I mean, you agreed to watch the horror movie. I'll give you that. Yeah. But you did not react in a way... Honestly, you had the reaction of like an 11 or 12-year-old. Like, to the point where I felt like there were moments where I wanted to look at you and be like, if you want, we could turn this off. You know, if you can't handle this, we could turn you off. I might have even said that.
I wanted to so bad, but I wanted you to be proud of me for watching it, and like that's why I just closed my legs so I couldn't see past my knees sometimes. But I didn't want you to be disappointed in me. It's okay.
You just got to show me how much and then I'll never subject it to you because I'll see how scared you are, and I'm like, that's not fun for me, you know. Okay. But I do want to watch that It. Oh. Yeah. No doubt the Omen trilogy. The Omen trilogy. Okay. I liked 1 and 2, 3. The Thing, the original Thing was nice. That's actually really freaky, especially towards the end. I wouldn't mind taking a mushroom or two. It's on Max. Not scary enough to get me out of the theater, but Constantine, I sat through 3 days ago and was very entertained. Yeah, Constantine was good with Keanu Reeves. I can't fuck with arachnophobia. That's one thing I can't do. Pete Ramirez knows. Back in the day, I lived with my boy Josh, and then Pete would come over and hang out, and Josh would rent terrible movies. And one time they rented a bunch of spider movies, and it was 8-Legged Freaks and Arachnophobia. And maybe they found a spider before or after, but something had to do with, I guess maybe they found a spider in the apartment or out in the front. There was like a landscaped area. Anyway, someone found a spider that was like this big around, right? Big ass tarantula looking spider. And they put it in a Tupperware container, and they rented a bunch of spider movies to freak me out. And then when I came home and got off work, they had the spider there and were chasing me around with the spider. And yeah,
that's
you know,
so mean.
Yeah, you know, well, it's like there's not much you could fuck with me, you know. But they found my kryptonite. Wow. Which was and I ended up by like going up and remember the apartment that the Livermore one? Upstairs? So like where we're parked and looking down at the apartment, I went up into the parking lot and was up where the house was on that hill, like just waiting for them to throw it out. Like I had to see them throw it out. Like, yeah, I was so scared.
Did they kill it?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you just know they.
I just know that I did not want to see the spider anymore. Don't have it in the Tupperware. I don't know if they killed it. Hopefully they killed it.
Were you mad at them? Or were you like,
you know what?
Good job, guys.
I was, yeah.
That was well done.
You got me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's hard to get me.
Yeah.
You found a way to get me, and
Yeah.
they could have really tortured me with it. They could have put it in my room. They could have, they could have really fucked with me.
Yeah.
Horror movie Extra, the woman giving birth to a grown-ass man. What the fuck? Okay, Extra. Have you heard of a horror movie about a clown called there was a April Fool's Day, had an awesome ending. April Fool's Day, I remember that one. I remember April Fool's Day. I don't remember what what it was about, but I do remember that one. A lot of these horror movies, I remember the cover of the box, like the VHS box or the DVD box. Tape on the ceiling with string coming down. Right. Or they could have like they could have really fucking like thrown it on me or something. They could have done much worse, but clown it's on Peacock right now. Disgusting clown horror movie. Terrifier. I heard this movie called Terrifier, and Terrifier 2 is like supposed to be like the be all and end all of horror movies. I have not watched them yet, but I also like because we're home all the time together. Like me and Brittany are together all the time, so I don't really have a like 2-hour period of the day where I could just slip away and watch a horror movie by myself. You know, if I watch a movie, you're going to be watching it. And so I make sure not to put this kind of shit on. There was that one day a couple weeks ago where you woke up before me and you were out here and I started watching It.
You watched the hot chick one.
Huh?
You watched Don't Worry, Darling.
Don't Worry, Darling. No.
Oh, a different time?
That's not a horror movie.
That was a scary movie.
No. It's just a bad movie. It's not funny, it's not scary, it's not anything. Actually, if anything, that's like this is what I took away from that movie. That's a movie that I would like I can't say this. I was going to say, that's a movie that I would watch on mute and masturbate to.
Oh,
but,
I can see that.
Because, yeah, there's a lot of hot women walking around, but a
lot of sexual shit going on.
But then I was like, I realized my dad and his girlfriend watch this show a lot now. And I was like, but then I was like, I never hold back. And, yeah. So, yeah. Don't Worry, Darling on Netflix. The plot was, I felt it was going somewhere, and it turned out it wasn't. And so it's just one of those movies where it's just full of like good-looking people. You know, just put it on mute.
You started watching It though?
I did watch, like before our vacation, I put It on, and I've never watched the new It or It 2. I'm more a fan of the book and old school Stephen King, and so I wanted to see what it was all about. And it's what I would call a millennial horror movie. It's scary to millennials, but it's not really scary. Not if you grew up in the 80s and 90s and watched really terrifying 70s and 80s and 90s horror. Was on a different fucking level. And so when they try to redo the scary movies and they try to like redo a Shining or redo something that was already scary back then, they try to do it for the modern horror audience, it doesn't hit me because I think part of it is the modern audience is so woke that I think that they're holding back. Directors are holding back. Producers are holding back. They're not unleashing the full potential of what they have. They're trying to make it scary within the realms of the rules that we have in society. In the 70s, there was no fucking rules, you know? Watch a movie called Getaway Camp and tell me that movie could be made these days. The first Friday the 13th, the second Friday the 13th could not be made these days. It's too risque. Even a movie like High Tension, which was a French horror movie film that came out in 2004 or 5. We can't even find it on the market anymore. It's too scary. It's too brutal. And so they kind of turn horror movies these days into over-the-top films to where it's easier on your mind. You know, it's more gore than it is something that's truly fucking terrifying, which are the movies that I grew up with. And so, I don't know, I find it hard to be afraid these days, especially knowing what I know about the levels of filmmaking, you know? I watch a movie and I see the words on the paper. I see the script supervisor figuring out the props, you know, and giving that list to the prop master and the people in wardrobe coming up with all that, you know, and them figuring out how to get the blood to squirt out of the neck, you know, and them, you know, having to say, no, it's leaking, stop, pause, fix it up, do it again, and shooting it 27 times until they get the right blood flow, and then saying cut, and then you see on screen someone getting cut and a blood explosion, but like I see, oh, cool, like I see the production behind it. And so it's really hard for me to get scary unless the topic is really scary, you know? Human Centipede scared me because the topic was freaky. It was like, what if there was a dude who was just sick and twisted and had an operating table in his house and just wanted to fuck with people, you know? He knew how to fucking do it. He had all the tools. He was hella rich. He was like the reverse Batman. You know, Batman has all this money and he does good. This guy's has all this money and he's doing terrible shit. And how they pull that movie off freaked me out. But like, Nightmare on Elm Street never freaked me out because everything occurs in your dream. You know, the people had to get killed in their dream, and the first few movies, they were scary, but then it turned into like, you know, you'd pick up your phone and then Freddy would come out of the phone and like his tongue would come out and like go through your head, and it was just like, all right.
What's your take on that Smile movie?
I haven't even watched it.
Oh. I thought that would have been something that you would have.
You know, they crank out horror movies, and if I felt like I was gonna get anywhere with them, I would watch them. You know, just like Socks that just came out. You know, Socks, Saw X. It's like, how much are you gonna scare me with the same plot, or are you just trying to gross me out more? If you're just trying to gross me out more, and it's a competition on gross out, and every time I go to the theater, I'm just looking to get grossed out more. Okay, fine, but don't expect me to go to the theater for that shit. You know, I could see that at home and skip to the fucking gross part. I want a topic that's gonna scare me. The first Purge was scary in a way because you could see something like that happening in this world. But then, you know, they just went off the rails with it. I'm looking for something that has a plot that a skeptic like me can really get behind. You know, don't have a ghost, don't have a vampire, have something where like The Shining. The Shining scared me because it was a man going crazy. And I know that can happen because I'm a man who's gone crazy many of times. Exorcist shows the possession of how an evil spirit can really possess a body and how deep that shit really can get. Even if you don't believe it, cases have been documented and they show you what that would have looked like. And as a skeptic, if I was watching that happen, I would be like, shit's real. And so when you're messing with the boundaries of good and evil and that thin line there, that can get to my head. But when you're, just straight up saying like, oh, there's ghosts in this house and ghostly shit happens in this house, and so let's watch 2 hours of these people not moving out of the house. I'm like, no, like, I move somewhere, even if I don't believe in ghosts, somebody's like, hey, there's crazy shit happens at that house. The first crazy thing that happens, I'm done. I'm out. I'm like, okay, you're right. I didn't believe in crazy shit beforehand. I believe now. I'm out. Like, I'm not going to wait 30 days. I'm not going to wait till escrow. We're fucking out of here.
Who was it on our trip that was just telling us about some crazy ghost shit that happened to them?
My mom.
Your fucking mom, that's right. In their old house.
And as skeptic as I am, I've seen pictures of the shit she's talking about. I can't fucking make excuses for it. But I in my mind, I have to. Yeah. I have to say that there's some excuse for what I've seen, the pictures that she showed me.
I don't. How do you make an excuse for the writings on the cardboard box?
I don't know, but that's the thing is like there has to be some explanation. To me, there has to be some explanation of something. Yeah. And I know it's hard to explain. I can't explain it, but I know there has to be an explanation because, like we could have it analyzed, chemically analyzed, and find out if it was a pen. If it was a pen, who held the pen at that point? You know what I'm saying? Like, so like to me, it's just like more questions, and I think like I could come up with a solution. Although, as much of a skeptic as I am, and we're talking about this ghost story that my mom was telling us, and I've seen all the pictures and she's told me the stories. It's one of those stories where I am on the fence on that story of until I get more information or clues, I guess I have to assume that something otherworldly happened. Not saying I believe, but I also believe in the evidence, and the evidence doesn't show me that a human did it. Yeah. So, yeah. But I am forever the skeptic on these issues, Yeah. But I wasn't there. I wasn't there to take the pictures. I wasn't there to analyze the ink or whatever and scratch it off and What? Don't get that look on your face when we're talking about ghosts, and then now you're like looking at a.
No, I thought I fixed it yesterday, but I didn't.
Oh shit! Here we go.
It's crooked.
Now we got poltergeists. All right, let's see what's the chat. Let's see. Oh shit, Sandman. Shit, what's up, man? Let's see. Sandman back in New York. That's a movie that will make you dumber for watching it. I put that on the fucktard section. The new Pet Sematary is a flop. The new Exorcist is a flop. I don't think the new Exorcist kind of looks scary. Scary to millennials. I totally agree. That was Sleepaway Camp it's insane. You couldn't make that movie these days. Bring back Mel Brooks, right? Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles. Saw X, lame, same story, different shit show. I agree. The scariest movies are the ones based in reality. A really great old school movie, The Hitcher. That's a good old school movie right there. You know what? So Blair Witch Project, it's and a lot of the movies that scare you, it's all about the time and the place, right? So like Blair Witch Project, I saw Blair Witch Project in the theater, 1999, before cell phones, before the internet, and so everybody who went in the theater, we didn't know it was real or not.
No.
You didn't know if it was real.
I know.
Everybody told you the Blair Witch Project, it could be fake, but we've been told that this is just a videotape that they found in the middle of the forest. You watch it and you determine whether it's real or not. Well, you can't fucking do that shit. You can't do that shit nowadays. You can't send people to a theater and say like, "Oh, we don't know if it's real or not," because everybody's gonna be on their phone and fucking Google. Oh, fucking right here, production by Fox Production Company. But back then there was no Google. There was nothing to tell you that Blair Witch Project was fake, and so we went into the movie theater thinking, let's just watch and find out what the fucking thing is all about. Blair Witch Project, not one of the scariest movies of all time. But if you happen to watch Blair Witch Project in the theater or during that time in the 1999 span that it came out, where there was no internet and no facts about it, it was one of the scariest things you've ever seen in your life. Scariest things that you've ever seen in your life. I remember we used to, when people would spend the night, like everybody would party and get drunk, we would take all the shoes and pile all the shoes up by someone. And they wake up and see a pile of shoes and be like, ah! So yeah, I liked Blair Witch Project. Nowadays, I don't know if it holds up anymore, especially knowing that it's all fake and you kind of see the low budgetness of it. Probably why they don't, it's probably why it's not on TV right now. It's probably why they don't replay it, because it doesn't hold up like that. But if you were able to watch it in the theater when it was hot, oh my God, what an experience. What an experience. I'm glad I was able to. Did you? Theater?
Yeah.
And you were 10 years younger than me,
I
so.
was 14, 15. Yeah.
Yeah, so you were
We
very
had to-
susceptible.
Just because Mom signed us in to see it.
Yeah.
To get signed in.
14, you go to the theater, Blair Witch Project. You already don't like scary movies.
No, I did back then.
You did back then?
I did back then.
What happened?
Honestly,
Life?
when I became pregnant.
Oh.
When I became pregnant is when I stopped being able to do suspense, scary, all that shit.
Yeah.
Anything that was realistic.
Huh. I saw Blair Witch first night. That was legit scary. For real. Because everyone in the theater did not know what the fuck was going on. Caligula. I've seen Caligula. Channel owner? Who's channel owner? I've seen Caligula. Not many people have seen Caligula. Caligula was actually... It's basically like a movie about a Roman emperor, and they pull no punches. The movie is produced by Bob Guccione Jr., and basically it's a penthouse film with real actors. It's like one of the few films out there that has real actors, and it was a real Hollywood movie, but it also has like real sex. It's like a fucking. It was rated X. It was rated X when it came out. Caligula. I forgot most nights from that time period, but I remember to going to Blair Witch. This is what I remember about that time period. Blair Witch Project, Armageddon, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. That's what I remember about that era. Maybe Tony Hawk's came like a year later. Andy Warhol's Dracula. I never saw that one. Cell phones killed the plot line to half the movies. For real, right? Can't have no fun anymore, you know? You can't go in and have an experience anymore. Can't be surprised anymore. Googling everything as it pops up. Googling everything. I like not knowing. You're with you on Tony Hawk, right? Tony Hawk, like, that was the era. There's different stuff to horror movies that freak people out. You know, some people it's just the suspense. Like, just the suspense. It doesn't even have to be a horror movie. Maybe the scariest movie to you might not even be a horror movie, but there's just so much suspense behind it that you're just filled with dread. You know, Brittany was telling me that a movie that scared her the other day was the movie about the bar mitzvah, because there was so much anxiety because the main character was making so many stupid decisions that she was on the edge of her seat cringing, and it gave her the same suspenseful feeling as if you were going to watch, you know, like a thriller.
That's an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, and that's an Adam Sandler feel-good movie. So you never know, like, what's gonna be the thing that sets you off, what's gonna be the thing that freaks you out. It's not, for me, it's not like horror movies at all. It's more like war movies where someone's about to get captured. You know, that's like, you know, my dread is like, fuck, man, like being captured by the enemy. God damn. You know, being cornered, you know, when someone tries to escape and then they get caught, you know, like those are the things that I dread. A guy in a jumpsuit with a machete, like I'm not scared of that for some reason. Like I feel like I could fight that.
Defend yourself.
I could defend myself against that, but you know, an army of, you know, police officers, that's scary as fuck. I saw a black man in the theater yelling, "This movie sucks," and walking out of the theater. Blair Witch. It was Blair Witch. Man, this movie sucks. Stay. Wait till the end. Shit gets crazy. The one thing people were freaking out, you just have to, sometimes you have to let yourself be scared. You have to, and that's a problem that I have is I won't let my defenses down. I'm looking at it through a lens of production. I'm looking at it through a lens, but part of that is to protect myself. I know that if I did, the few times I do kind of just like let myself go, I jump. Insidious, the Insidious franchise, what was the one with the doll, Annabelle? Like those are movies. They're really good at getting you to jump. The music and the jumpy scenes and stuff. And so I find that if I watch it through the lens of a production person, I don't jump as much. I could look at it and say like, oh, the music's rising and they're going to fake jump right here. And then the person opens up a door and they're like, and then they close it. And then behind the door, there's something right there. I know now to watch through those lenses of like, music's building. Oh, fake jump. And the real jump's coming right there. And so I prepare myself. If I let myself go and just allowed myself to be scared, I'd probably enjoy half of these movies more. I'd probably actually be afraid. But I don't allow it. You know what movie really freaked me out? The movie that really freaked me out mostly is this movie called The Arrival, with Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner, and they have to do the.
You had me watch it.
Yeah,
That was such a good movie.
And they have to do the translation for the aliens.
That was such a good movie.
That movie freaked me out. Like every time they go up there and I'm full of dread and anxiety
That's
and
probably
fright.
what will happen.
Right.
Yeah.
And so the reality of that situation scares the fuck out of me because my mind thinks What would I do if I was watching this on the news? What would I would do if I was like there in that room? What would I do? What would I do? What would I do? How do I put my handle around that? And so that shit freaks me out. That's probably one of the movies that has freaked me out the most in recent memory. And even knowing the ending, I could watch that movie right now, and it still fills me with that kind of like that dread where, you know, the music's like, brrr, brrr, brrr. And it's just fucking freaky. That movie scares the shit out of me. Not a person with a knife.
I've watched that over and over again.
It's such a good movie.
Such a good movie.
If you guys haven't seen The Arrival, no, it's just called Arrival.
Arrival.
Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner, Forrest Whitaker. They have to translate aliens land, and they have to translate their message. And when you realize the fucking the concept of the movie is fucking. I've seen it 5 times, and I still, every time I watch it, I still kind of figure it out. I still figuring it out every time. It's almost like an Inception, but not as confusing, or maybe more confusing. I don't know. Silence of the Lambs. Still to this day, we'll never watch that movie. That's a good movie. What about your lambs, Clarice? Have they silenced Clarice? How about your father, Clarice? How about your flies? Fly, 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 fly.
I've never seen that movie, but I've seen clips and you sound just like it.
I could tell when you walked in here, Clarice, with your cheap bag and your cheap shoes. All those tedious, sticky fumblings in the backseat of your father's Chappelle. That's right, just trying to get away, just trying to fly, Clarice. Fly, just try to get out, Clarice. Tell me how your lambs stopped crying, Clarice. Yeah, OG Texas Chainsaw, scary as fuck. Like, I'm telling you, OG Texas Chainsaw, Omen, Exorcist, king of scary movies. Silence of the Lambs, very creepy, very scary. When she goes underground, she's walking through those tunnels. That's impending doom. It's anxiety. Look at the blood. What is it that Miggs said to you, Clarice? Miggs in the next cell. Clarice, what did he say? He said he could smell your cunt, Clarice. At last, I cannot smell anything, Clarice. I long to get away, Clarice. A room with a view, Clarice. No more tickets to sell on Anthrax Island, Clarice. Look deep within yourself, and maybe you could find a way to get out, Clarice. You only need to look in a mirror. Also, it depends on who's playing the villain. All these other villains, you know, Jason is just a guy in a mask. Michael Myers is just a guy in a mask. But you got a guy like Anthony Hopkins, one of the greatest Shakespeare-trained actors of all time. Anthony Hopkins, do you think you could play a cannibal? Well, I've played many roles in my life. I could probably play a cannibal. I just exactly what kind of human does he like? Does he like to eat a white human? Does he like to eat a black human? Maybe a brown human? Maybe someone with a hint of curry? Something like that with a nice Chianti. I'm just trying to get in the mind of the character, the head of the character, the brains of the character. Maybe eat the brains of the character. You're hired. You're hired. You're the greatest actor of all time. Total anxiety movie, Nerve. We just watched Nerve, 2 days ago?
Saturday.
Yeah, we had an outdoor movie night, and we watched Nerve. Your first time watching it, right? Yeah. Total anxiety movie. Especially when you get to the end. And, like, if you don't know what's happening, you're just like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? You're going to shoot her? But I knew, man. Machine Gun Kelly always delivers, man. Oh, my mic's breaking up. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Yes, Nerve. Good film. I like Nerve. It's got just enough action, comedy, and Emma Roberts running around in panties. Right? Like,
Well, and that Franco guy's good looking too.
yeah, Franco's good looking. Machine Gun Kelly's good looking. Good looking people. The shitty friend, she's got a rack.
She did have
You know?
a rack, yeah.
But
And
I
she
think
has low self-esteem, so she's even better.
right, because you're like, I could totally get her.
Oh, she's insecure. Come my way, baby.
You're like, yeah,
Yeah. Come here.
because there's one thing I look for in a woman, it's self-esteem. Because if she doesn't have that,
I just slide right in.
fucking mine, man. But no, there's that scene when Emma Roberts is sneaking out of the store in her underwear,
yeah.
and it's like 3 minutes of just cuteness,
Yeah.
you know. And then they get on the motorcycle, and you're like, let's do this shit, man. Fucking movie's going. It's a good movie. Yeah. That movie chews you up and spits you out. Yeah, it's a good movie. That's a good movie though. And we watched that. We did that the other night on outdoor movie night. Backyard of my stepmom's house. Like 8 of us there? Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah. Maybe. No, I think. Yeah.
Maybe less pineapple pizza. You know.
But
I came to the realization. This is the realization. Okay? No one is a strictly pineapple pizza eater. No one says, no, you don't ask someone, hey, do you like pizza? And that person doesn't answer, you say, yeah, but only Hawaiian. No one has said that. Okay? Hawaiian pizza eaters eat regular pizza. Okay? Regular pizza eaters don't always eat Hawaiian pizza. Okay? So, for us to go throughout life and constantly order one Hawaiian pizza for the 1 or 2 people there who enjoy it, or they say they enjoy it, but they don't strictly eat Hawaiian pizza. See, you can order a Meat Lovers and a chicken bacon ranch, and the Hawaiian pizza lover will eat those pizzas, okay? And what I'm saying is, if you order a Hawaiian pizza and you have a bunch of regular pizza eaters and chicken bacon ranch pizza eaters, they're not going to eat the Hawaiian pizza. And so what happens is, when you have a pizza party, you have a Hawaiian pizza, you have a Meat Lovers pizza, and you have the coveted chicken bacon ranch pizza. Guess what pizza goes first? Yeah, chicken bacon ranch, first off the draft board. Boom. Everybody wants a piece of the chicken bacon ranch. And then they check down, second round draft pick, Meat Lovers pizza. Okay. Yeah, standard. It's cool. Ham, bacon, sausage, ground beef. And then you have a full Hawaiian pizza. No one eating it. Because the people who liked the Hawaiian pizza got in the line and said, oh shit, nobody's eating Hawaiian pizza. The chicken bacon ranch is going quicker. I'll take a piece of that. I'll take a piece of the chicken bacon ranch. I'll take a piece of the Meat Lovers. Because there's plenty of Hawaiian to go around. And next thing you know, you have 1 slice left of the chicken bacon ranch, 2 slices left of the Meat Lovers, and a whole Hawaiian pizza. And eventually now the other meat eaters, we have to just eat that one now because nobody's eating this shit. Why did we order it? Because the people who said that they want the Hawaiian pizza, they fucking lied to you. They lie. They're liars. They say they want Hawaiian pizza, but when they're faced with the decision, they pick the chicken bacon ranch. They pick the Meat Lovers. They don't want that shit. They're just trying to be different. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. Nobody's saying, if you're going to order pizza, make sure you order a Hawaiian pizza because I cannot eat any pizza unless it has pineapple on it. They're just people who say, "Oh yeah, I like it," and people just go along with it. People just go along with it. Oh, what kind of pizza would you order? A chicken bacon ranch. Meat lovers. Should we order Hawaiian? Oh, I like Hawaiian. No, you don't. Don't say you like Hawaiian. You don't like Hawaiian. You like chicken bacon ranch. Everybody likes chicken bacon ranch. It's the first one to go. And then the meat lovers. And then the Hawaiian pizza is just an afterthought. And then everybody's sitting around the party is like, who ordered that? Even the person who asked for it is like, who ordered that shit? You told the person who was hosting the party that you like that. Don't say you like it anymore. Don't say you like it anymore, folks. Just say you like chicken bacon ranch. Right? Am I wrong?
No, I think you're right, but for me it was like when she sent the text of, okay, is everyone good with chicken bacon ranch and Hawaiian? I wanted to be like, as long as you order extra chicken bacon ranch.
Right.
But I didn't say that because, is that rude? Like,
so in the scenario that we saw the other night,
yeah,
there could have been 2 chicken bacon ranch pizzas and 1 meat lovers.
Yes.
The meat lovers could have been the odd man out, and people would have attacked the chicken bacon ranch and then started equally attacking the meat lovers and chicken bacon ranch, and there would be no dilemma of this Hawaiian pizza.
No, but there's like a pizza etiquette, it seems like, where
yes.
you go places, and there's a pizza etiquette.
Yes.
If somebody suggests multiple pizzas and some don't sound good, you don't say, that doesn't sound good, because there are some that sound good. You know, what's the etiquette when it comes to pizza?
Because like I was telling you the other day, we don't say we don't say the one that we want. You know what I'm saying? We don't lock down that one.
Yeah.
We just kind of keep it open-ended. Instead of saying like specifically, I do not want a fucking Hawaiian pizza. If everybody would just say that, we'd really realize like, oh, how many people really don't like the Hawaiian pizza, you know?
Yeah.
We don't speak our mind well enough, you know? I want chicken bacon ranch. Everybody wants chicken bacon ranch.
I wanted so many pieces of that chicken bacon ranch.
It was so good.
It was so good. And the meat lovers was fucking bomb.
Yeah.
I felt like the meat lovers had a little bit thicker, fluffier crust. And I really
Right.
liked that. But the chicken bacon ranch was really appealing.
So really
Yeah.
what we have is 2 pizzas to split
Yeah.
amongst the crowd.
And there was more than 8 of us. There was quite a few of us.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you basically, then it's like, okay, I go up to the line. I want 2 pieces of chicken bacon ranch right off the top.
I know.
But there's only 2 left.
I know. That's why you looked at me and I was like, I want some of both.
But then there's a full Hawaiian.
Nobody touched the
So it's like,
Hawaiian.
who ordered the Hawaiian? Why don't you people who order the Hawaiian and want the Hawaiian attack that first?
Yeah.
And even it up so the rest of us can say like, oh, this is what really.
Yeah. What we're
Or
working with.
stop ordering the Hawaiian pizzas. Stop ordering the Hawaiian pizzas, guys. All right, later channel owner. I'd be a sub, but no button. No button. I don't know. Everyone got an IMAX in their backyard. I got to protect the setup. Hawaiian people be like, bro, we eat pork on a stick, not pizza. Asada pizza. I'm down with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Found it. All right. Later channel owner. Thanks for joining. I think we're going to get on with our lives here, right?
Yeah.
What are we doing for dinner?
I don't want to cook. I'm just going to order food.
Are you going to order food?
Yeah.
Let's go to, let's walk down the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see if they have video poker over there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
All
Uh,
right.
on that note, I think we're going to cut out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope the sound effects came through. I'm working on it. If you can. We'll see.
It was raining when we started streaming. Do you need assistance? Do you need my help? Thorny, come
I
in,
can't hear you.
Thorny.
Oh, not bad.
It's raining.
Raining?
I think so. It looks like you're on the water.
Oh yeah.
It's beautiful.
Well, if you can,
Oh yeah.
go outside, get that good sunshine on your skin, get that good air in your lungs. Call somebody you haven't called in a while. Let's keep this positivity rolling day and night, 24/7. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. I'll see you back here tomorrow. All right. Hope so.
Getaway day and your last shot of this whiskey. Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
All right.
Something about the West Coast.
Shh. Don't tell nobody.
All right. Hopefully, all the sound clips and all that
Something about the West Coast.
came through.
Makes me wanna ride.
This one's dedicated to the riders.
Dedications to the riders who like to slip sideways.
All right, you guys. You have a good one. I'll see you back here